everybody. My name is Nandini Walia and I am a sophomore at University of Maryland Eastern Shore and my major is biology pre-medical. Today I will be talking about active listening and today here we have my friends over here and
My name is Samara. I'm a sophomore and I'm majoring in bio pre-med.
My name is Layana. I'm a sophomore and I'm majoring in marine sciences.
so my topic is active listening, which can be defined of a method of hearing and answering that enhances understanding between people. Also, a scenario that I would like to discuss that relates to active listening is when a professor goes over the lecture slides during my biology lecture class, and then when she goes into more details, the students are paying attention and showing that they are engaged in active listening, such as nodding or like keeping an eye contact with the teacher or asking questions, answering the questions that are being asked by the professor or even by taking notes as the speaker is communicating with them through the lecture. So, my questions for my audience today, my very first question will be, what does active listening mean to you guys?
I'll start. Active listening means that you are engaged in the conversation.
Okay.
It's not just, going through one ear and going out the other. You're engaging, nodding, you understand, you're listening, you understand what they're talking about.
I would have to say the same thing. Making eye contact, nodding, making like a sound of reassurance, like, yes, I understand, along those lines.
So, the topic I'm talking about active listening, I will be focusing more on the workplace or like the school place instead of the family. And my second question for my audience would be, how does active listening apply to you in your personal life, like around your work area or your school area?
For me, it it helps when the teacher understands if I come forward with a question, they understand what I'm saying, or if they're giving a lecture and I'm nodding or active listening, making sure they know that I'm engaged.
Yeah.
Um, for me, I work in a lab, so I repeat some of the stuff back to my mentor just to make sure I understand, or they know that I understand.
My last question for now would be, how can you show someone that you are actively listening or participating in active listening around you?
Eye contact, nodding, signs of just agreeance, understanding that you hear them. That's really all.
I would also say maybe repeating some of the stuff that they say back to you, and just to make let them know that you are listening and understanding what they're saying.
Yeah. So, like I said, active listening is a communication skill that involves trying to grasp the meaning and intent behind what someone else is saying in addition to just hearing what they're saying. Active listening is a crucial for good teamwork, leadership, and customer service in the workplace. That is one of the reason I chose to talk about it is because we see this a lot around us in the school area as you are interacting with your professors or other students or like classmates. My another example would be a manager can improve job happiness and productivity by paying close attention to concerns and issues related to like their coworkers or clients. My intention for this speech is to make my audience um, aware of the widespread usage of active listening in the contemporary culture. And additionally, I want my audience to know about the numerous contexts to which active listening may be observed or seen, and the importance of this skill for improved communication around their community or society. My aim is to let the audience know the real significance of active listening, and also in which they can observe active listening around themselves, because sometimes I feel like people know what active listening is, but they don't like realize it. What they see around them is active listening. Yep. And in order to demonstrate that you are paying attention to what is being said, or active listening involves getting ready to listen, observing the verbal and non-verbal cues being provided, and then responding appropriately. To engage in active listening, you must pay close attention to what someone is saying, comprehend what they're saying, give thoughtful attention to what they have to say or what they have said before, and remember the details for later. And I think active listening is important in a way that it will connect you deeper with the person you're having a conversation with, and letting a person know that, you know, they mean a lot to you. That will really connect you deeper as a relationship with somebody you really care about. My next question for my audience would be, how can active listening help you build stronger relationships with your peers or your instructors?
Um, for me, you're talking about the workplace, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's nice when you have a manager or someone in the superior role listening to you, because it does build a connection. Because if they, they don't look like they're listening, understand what you're saying, or sympathetic, it just ruins the experience. You feel like you're just alone. So having an active listener in a workplace environment, it builds a connection, a relationship. You feel more, open to talking to the manager or supervisor, whoever that is. So yeah.
Okay.
Having an active listener in the workplace, it also helps, like, if you need extra help with anything, and if they're actively listening to you, then they can understand or get to better understand you as a person, and also what you might need for help wise.
Okay, next question is, what are some ways you can demonstrate active listening um, in a biology lecture class or any other lecture class that you are currently taking?
Um, it's the same thing as far as nodding, staring, asking questions sometimes help. Not leaving at the end while they're still talking. That, yeah.
I would say taking notes, asking questions for sure. Make sure you're looking up every so often while you're taking the notes, so they know that you're paying attention to them speaking. And
Yeah.
if you have a laptop out, maybe just like still do the same thing, look up like every so often to make eye contact, to make sure that they know that you're paying attention to them.
Okay. Last question, what are some strategies you can use to improve your active listening skills around your workplace?
Um, for me, being off my phone, because sometimes when I'm on my phone, it stops me from listening or engaging. Um, Asking questions, talking to them, seeing how the person feels instead of just yeah, okay. So yeah, just engage, talk to them for a bit.
I definitely repeat back what they said to me, just to make sure that I got everything and that they know that I am listening to what they're saying. And if I do need like extra help, that I'll ask them again, like, can you clarify this for me, or like, can you repeat what you said?
Okay.
Just make sure that they know that I know.
So, in conclusion, in a workplace, active listening is an important skill because that can improve communication and generate stronger relationship bonds with clients, bosses, or even coworkers. It involves listening intentionally, comprehending what they have to say, and responding to ensure that the information has been understood correctly. Relationships at work can be strengthened due to active listening because duties can be understood properly and one can develop both personally and professionally with active listening. I would like to thank my group peers here for taking their time to work with me and learn more about active listening. Just to wrap up here, that the audience can communicate more effectively by being clearer or more concise, paying attention to nonverbal cues, choosing the appropriate tone depending on the situation, engaging the audience with humor, and many other ways can help improve active listening around us. And yeah, I would like to thank everybody who took their time to be here with me today and listen to my speech. I hope everybody have a wonderful day.